As we see it, right now it's the dependence on technology, but at the same time to be so independent as possible as publisher. We think it's very, very important that all the technologies that we use in the digital advertising, they are so transparent and objective as possible. And I have to be honest and say, and we see some challenges with that today. So for us publishers, it's so important that we have the control over the technologies so that we know exactly what happens behind, and also to make sure that we do not put our digital advertising business and the destiny of our digital advertising business into the hands of technologies that is not transparent. Programmatic means a lot to us in the digital advertising. And we have been working with programmatic, of course, during 7-8 years now. And every year I think we learn more and more, or not to say every day. And we have a great setup and we are handling the technologies ourselves. And we try to be so open as possible because it's important for us. Programmatic is not a product for us. If our customers want to buy insert orders or if they want to buy programmatic, it doesn't make a difference for us. We just wanted to make sure that we have our inventory so open as possible and accessible as possible in all the different systems. But of course we see that a big part of the digital advertising is moving into the programmatic area. So that's why we also focus a lot of the different technologies and all the possibilities we have there. So it's very, very important for us to have a very close partnership with the different technologies, again to make sure that they are so transparent as possible. A challenge we see today is that some technologies, platforms, they are not only technology providers, but actually they also have their own business. And in some ways you can say that they are competitors to us as publishers. And yeah, it can make sense because of course if they have a great demand, you'd like to have it as a publisher. But if they are kind of competitors to us, it doesn't make sense. So we really have to be strong in the technologies, and then we have a lot of new people in our house. It's not only salespeople anymore, but we also have all the technical competences to make sure that we always do the right choice when we choose different technologies. Actually, I think that some of their concerns is if they get the right quality in the programmatic buying, because as I see it, when programmatic went into the digital advertising business, in the beginning there was a big focus on CTRs, of course, and low CPMs and so on. And the time has changed now. And we really, as publisher, we put all our quality inventory into the programmatic channels. Again, to say that it doesn't make any difference to us if the buy side want to buy our insert orders or our programmatic. Because of course it makes sense to have all the quality inventory also in the programmatic channels. So we have a close dialogue with the buy side because it's important for us to make sure that they know when they buy the inventory in Politikens house, we optimize all our inventory to a higher and higher viewability. But that also means that it's not always just cheap to buy our inventory, because of course the quality plays together with the price. So if you want quality, you also have to pay for it. But it also makes sense, because actually there's a new Group M study. It calls value of the quality, and it shows that actually if you buy news media with the right quality due to viewability and of course the context of the news media, we have the Group M study called value of the quality that shows that buying inventory from quality newspapers make it a 42% more cost-effective buying. So it actually means that it doesn't make sense just to buy the programmatic or the run of the internet to a low cost. Actually, it makes sense to be aware of where do you place your programmatic buying? And then you have to choose the newspapers. We prefer to have the direct dialogue with the buy side and to create deals, because we mean it's important to create deals with the right KPIs, and the right KPIs are not always only high CTR and low prices, but we have to have the dialogue about KPIs regarding viewability and also the value of the context from a newspaper. That's why we have close dialogue with all our advertisers, but of course we also have the open buying. We have a web-based mobile strategy. Actually, we try to work with an app as well. We have it for one of our newspapers, Ekstrabladet. But yeah, it can be a bit difficult to have the programmatic advertising into the app. So we don't have that great experiences with that for now. We have a very close dialogue with the buy side regarding the fact that actually the media market look different from their side due to the technology they used to buy through, and actually it doesn't make sense. It's the situation. So what we see is that if you choose one DSP to buy our inventory, then you have maybe great possibilities to win what you want. And if you choose another DSP, it's on the other side. Maybe there are some restrictions regarding brand safety or something like that. And of course, we are only brand safety in our house. But we have had some experiences where the buy side, they were not allowed to buy our inventory, even though they wanted to. For example, there was maybe a picture of Kim Kardashian, exactly, in the beginning, and maybe that's enough to define it as not brand safety. But we don't think that's the right way to see it. So we have struggled a bit with that, and that's why we also have close dialogue with all the DSPs, because we have to be aware how they use our inventory and how they make it accessible for the buy side.